That's your girl's legs, by the way.
Truth is, if you nice, you nice. It don't matter. It don't matter if you battle on a big stage or a small stage. If you nice, you gonna get
no? It's your boy Jims, Mr. Stop being dirty. Stop eating dirty. Trust the process. Protect your peace. I'm still out of breath. Had a back workout today. I feel great. Here's one of these secrets that I have for y'all. Whether it's a gym tip or secret, something that just works for me, not everything works for everybody. But look, like I'm talking, like working the back for me is great because you get that big full look, that big stance. The more your lats come out, the bigger you appear. You know what I'm saying? But a thing about looking bigger also is the smaller your waist is. And back is great for that because you think, well, first of all, stomach is all diet. It's all diet. Anyone you know with a six-pack will tell you a six-pack starts in the kitchen. It's all diet. But once you do lose, to help lose a lot of that fat and tighten up the belly, a trick that worked for me is working back. Because if you think about it, right? All the back exercises you work, say it's like this, like this, like that, whatever it is, the more muscular and tighter your back gets, it's pulling your front tighter. So as the bigger your back gets, the tighter your front gets. Therefore, your belly won't look as crazy. Daylight, you're wrong. If you're nice, you're nice. Small stage, big stage. Now, this has been going on a lot. This is a hot topic. I'm surprised more people's not talking about it, but I'm gonna talk about it. Hit the subscribe button. I want y'all to tell me, do you agree? Do you disagree? Make sure you write in the comments. Let me know what's up. I might not be able to write back to everyone. Daylight. You're wrong. I seen Daylight, Av, Swamp, Holmesy, and Henny Man doing like this Zoom call or whatever, right? And they basically were talking about like, can the people who are killing it in this small room kill it in the big stage? Now, first of all, I ain't even calling this a small room because you have to a small room is considered what RBE is doing because they have a crowd there. That's a small room. What King of the Dot is doing. That's a small room. Now, the last time URL had something like that was the event that Kayshawn battled Chess. That was the last time there was a crowd there. Otherwise, they're doing completely isolated battles. Outside of that, they only have like the staff and the actual battlers in the room. So I'm only comparing this to the other leagues because I don't consider this a small room. I compare this no crowd to a big crowd. Now, lyricism is going to exceed and look way better in a no crowded room because as you're watching it, you're actually able to consume everything someone is talking about right there in the moment, right? So you're watching it. There's no distraction. And with a big crowd, that's the big thing. A battler with less lyrical ability is going to shine more on a big stage. Shotgun Suge will shine. Shotgun Suge has a better chance of beating B-Dot on a big stage than he does in a small room. He's going to get annihilated compared to putting on a fight. Because, excuse me, that was disgusting. But because, let me tell you, the crowd catches more generic material. Jims is undefeated in the room. How many battles I have? 20? I'm 25-0. If you think I'm lying, go to every Jims battle, post-battle interviews where where knowledge or heavy bags or Uncle Rob, whoever interviewed me after the battle, and the majority of people there, when they ask who you think won the Jim's battle, it's always me. You ain't even hear debated. Jim's got it. Jim's got it. Then it drops on YouTube, and apparently I'm garbage juice and I lost every round. But the comparison is this. In the room, you're catching my shit more than you are my opponent. You're catching my bars because they're not as elite to a level where you have to really think about. And in the moment, in the room, you like that. You're high, you're drunk, you're drinking, you're talking to a shorty, your phone's going off. There's all kind of distractions. So being distracted and catching a Loaded Lux Daylight bar, you're not doing it. Daylight, you just had your best showing in your entire career in a no crowd room. You think that's coincidence? Outside of that rock, paper, scissors shit you did with Chilla that was 10 fucking years ago, what have you done that has been mind-blowing? I think of the Chilla battle, you and Charlie Clips was dope. These shits is decades old, and you and Oops. Outside of that, your shit gets watered down in a big room because no one is catching that shit. Then you go online and you're out of this world, great. And yeah, because people could dissect it better when you're just in a no crowded room in your house. You're able to really hear it. Not only that, the crowd sways decision, whether you like it or not. Yo, there's people to this day that before they watch a battle, they go to the YouTube comments. They're getting swayed just off of comments. Forget about the crowd gassing. It's not easy for everyone to look past gas. I'm fortunate enough to be able to because I've never really had the gas, and I've always battled people way on a higher tier than me. So I've always felt like whoever I battled had gas because they had such a big fan base. So I can see past the gas, but a lot of people can't. Even sometimes for me, it's hard. Like I'm like, yo, I don't even think that shit was that good. But the crowd is going crazy. You second guess yourself like maybe it is fire because of the crowd. A lot of these guys have made a name for B.Dot's bet. Bruh. This shit is crazy. Like people who talk that like really talking this shit is different. Not only that, the rookies that are killing in these ultimate madnesses and all this shit, they don't know what it feel like to hear that roar, that after the club Henny all night roar. Yo, let me tell you, that roar from the crowd is different, B. But let's think of Loaded Lux. I had to get the feel. I'm gonna bring that back. Bruh, Loaded Lux versus Calico. I had to get the feel. He wasn't used to that. Loaded Lux never been in front of a crowd like that. Not even a quarter of who he battled of the crowd that was in Calico versus Calico, right? He choked because of that reaction. What y'all know about getting that reaction? I know what it's like. Don't try to call me on. I talk from a battler's perspective. I've been there. Gyms versus DNA. Check it out. Check the crowd out. One of King of the Dot's biggest crowds. I was there pulling out soap and shit. Going crazy. Yeah. But it was tough. Matter of fact, I'll give you even better example. There's a battle on RBE. I'm not sure which one it is. But I turned to my boy Gleams. Shout out to Gleams. My boy Not Gleams. Check his videos out. He's fire. I played his clips in Bruh, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Some of y'all don't know. I got a reaction. I'm not sure I was battling. It was like Rich Dollars. It was somebody. And in the middle of the big reaction I got, I turned to Gleams and I said, yo, where was I? And he told me my last bar. And then boom, I picked it. Bro, my mind went blank. Because not only like does the crowd stop you, but you get excited and you get in the feel like, yeah. Like you're with the crowd and they're like, ooh, where was I? It happens. Are y'all used to that? Holmesy said, if I made a room of 500 people go crazy, and then I'm in a room of 1,500 people, that means I'm gonna go 3 times the crazy. I like the analogy, but it's just not true. That gives more people who don't wanna hear that shit. Not speaking about you specifically, but there's more people, the bigger the crowd, the more diverse the opinion is. A lot of people don't wanna hear that B.Dot shit, that daylight shit. What are you talking about? No, a lot of people don't wanna hear that. They don't want to hear it. It's fire. It's elite. It's a high level of talent. I'm not taking away from it. But when you tell me if you're nice, bullshit. You're gonna have a bigger problem going against someone who's Tay-Rock had a better chance of beating Daylight in a crowded room than he did in a no crowd room. That's what I'm talking about. Shit like that. Now, there's many people who prove they could do both. Don't get me wrong. If you know how to adapt to both, you know how to adapt to both. But you're not going to tell me that because you're fire, is Kid Chaos going to be able to rock a big-ass room? I mean, I've seen them in certain but I'm talking about the main stage big room, not that hot box shit y'all be doing where you're in your own town and 13 of your cousins are there. I'm not taking away from Kid Chaos. This is no one specific. This is a real sick dissecting B Magic gonna hit the same. Do I think so? Yeah, I do. But I'm giving you many examples of a lot of this shit is not gonna rock. And the more generic, the more average battler has a bigger chance on a big stage. T-Rex will get dusted, I think, in a no crowded room, but on big stage, that hat flies and you love it. It's the energy is just different. The crowd can throw you off. The crowd can add energy. That big crowd, there's a difference between rapping in a room with no crowd and not getting a reaction because there's no crowd to give one. But when you see 500 plus people in front of you and they're not reacting, that shit can throw your confidence off. It can throw your confidence off. This is a huge debate. This is a great topic. If you're nice, you're nice. Bullshit. Not everyone's gonna be able to survive on the main stage if, God willing, the main stage comes back, because the way the world is living, it's not looking too good as far as shit like that's happening, bruh. Be real with you. You know, the life we once knew and like that back to normal shit, get that out your head, because the world will never be normal again. You know what I'm saying? We have to hope that the way the new things are will be great and we can adapt to it and make we basically could adapt to the new way things are gonna be going, because it ain't gonna be what it was. You know what I'm saying? So we just stay confident that I'm not sure if it's ever gonna be that big stage shit again. Like, you know what I mean? Like we might not be able to go to a concert in 5 fucking years, yo. Who knows? And then people might take the vaccine. That's a whole nother thing. But I'm just saying, if the day happens that the main stage comes back, you are gonna be able to dissect the people who are built for this shit and who's not. B-Dot would annihilate you on a motherfucking roof. But you put B-Dot in front of a Tay-Rock on a big stage, that shit gonna look different, man. I'm telling you. Subscribe to the channel. What do y'all think? I'm already going too far in this video, but you know, I usually don't rant this long, but this is a big topic. I can fuck around and make a part 2 of this. Let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to the channel and stop being dirty.